Now, for updates on sports stories across the globe, Ebi Iyomon joins us. Good morning, Ebi. Welcome. Great to see you.
Thank you so much. Great to see you, Vimbai. Good morning. Good morning, Rufai. And good morning, Dr. Abati. We'll start this segment with a not so pleasant story as tragedy struck the camp of Shooting Stars Sports Club, with the newly appointed assistant coach Akin Olokere slumping and dying during a training session. In a statement, the club said the coach slumped and passed away during training yesterday morning. The former Sunshine Stars and Ekiti United coach had just read out the names of the players to be involved in their preseason fixture against Abia Warriors. Shooting Stars were preparing for the second game of the ongoing 2025 Value Jet Cup, a preseason tournament, the game which has now been postponed. The club was billed to take on Abia Warriors by 4 p.m. today. Right, 9-time NPFL champions, that's Enyimba, Rivers United, and Ondo State FA has also joined in sending condolences to the coach's family. May so rest in peace. Well, still on the Nigerian scene, former Plateau United goalkeeper Adewale Adeyinka has denied any involvement in betting allegations leveled against him by the club as he serves a provisional suspension handed to him by the Nigerian Premier Football League Board. Adeyinka was suspended last Thursday in the course of joining Shooting Stars. In the wake of the allegations, the keeper has opened up about the incidents that led to his suspension, noting that he is awaiting the NPFL's invitation to formally defend himself. He says the previous contract termination by Plateau United FC was related to a match against Sunshine Stars FC, where he was not even part of the playing squad, but rather on the bench. Last season, the NPFL also investigated several allegations of match fixing involving Lobby Stars after the club's media officer, that's Emmanuel Uja, accused the players of fixing matches amidst their poor run of form. Uja was banned by the NPFL after the investigation. And now we go to transfer news, where Donnarumma is certain to leave European champions at Paris Saint-Germain after being excluded from their matchday squad that will face Europa League winners as Tottenham Hotspur in the midweek in the UEFA Super Cup. Now, Donnarumma has been linked with a move away from PSG after refusing to put pen to paper on a new contract, and his likely destination is the Premier League. Meanwhile, Chelsea are willing to go as high as £50 million for Alejandro Garnacho, though for United, they regard the winger as with a higher price of £70 million. While Chelsea remain keen, though, they may seek to shift out Nicholas Jackson and Christian Nkunku before entering final negotiations with United. While for Manchester City, they are considering a move for Rodrigo. With Grealish move to Everton, McCarthy and Savinho leaving soon, City will aim for Rodrigo as replacement. And now back to the Premier League, we have Crystal Palace losing their appeal against being demoted from the Europa League, and we now play in a Conference League this season. The ruling from the Court of Arbitration for Sports means Nottingham Forest Sport in the Europa League is confirmed, having been promoted in Palace place. The news comes just a day after Palace beat Liverpool on penalties to win the Community Shield at Wembley. Now, American businessman, that's John Texor, owned a 43% stake in the club until he sold it in June, and is the majority owner of Lyon, who have also qualified for the Europa League. Palace had until March 1st of this year to show UEFA proof of multiple club ownership restructuring, but the club missed the deadline. In the ruling, cast states that Texas still had decisive influence over both clubs at the time of UEFA's assessment, and the panel also dismissed Palace's argument that they received unfair treatment in comparison to Forest and Lyon. Now, this is good news for Cristiano Ronaldo, who got engaged to his long-term partner, that's Georgina Rodriguez. She announced the news on social media alongside a picture of a large ring, writing, "Yes, I do," in this and in all her lives. Now, no further details have been shared, but Cristiano Ronaldo, who is the most followed person on Instagram, has not made a comment about the engagement. The couple have been together for 9 years after they met at a shop in Madrid where Rodriguez was working. He was playing at the Spanish club Real Madrid at that time. And finally, for me, world number one, that's Yannick Sinner, faced multiple hiccups during his third-round match at the ongoing Cincinnati Open. Now, the Italian, who cruised into the round of 32 after beating Colombian Elahi Ghana 6-1, 6-1 at the center court, went on to defeat his Canadian opponent, Gabriel Diallo, 6-7, 7-6, to progress to the round of 16. While Sinner's match first was interrupted by power failure, he later went on to face another challenge as an alarm went off somewhere in the stadium and saw the game suspended. Although the two players continued to play, with the Italian getting his 23rd consecutive hard-court win. For the women, we have top-ranked Arina Sabalenka fighting through a 3-hour battle to hold off an inspired Emma Raducanu 7-6, 4-6, 7-6, and reach the fourth round. The top seed, who won the Cincinnati Open last year over Jessica Pegula, increased her lead at the top of his WTA Tour match-win statistics as she secured her 49th of the season, while other matches played saw Tiafoe, Zverev, Paolini all progress. But that's all from me on World of Sports today.
I mean, a very sad one coming out of, Shooting Stars in the Battle. I'm a fan of that club, and it really saddens my heart that that happened. But we'll also, look and constantly call for constant health checks. It has to be said. I mean, there are many people out there that they will know the state of their heart, blood pressure and things like that, and some other numbers out there. It's best we constantly check things like that. But secondly, I am not also surprised, and that was why I did ask, for clarity from Aaron when that same thing happened in Nigeria. I'm talking about the American billionaire Texan that owns a stake in Palace and also owns a stake in a French club. Because I remember something like that to happen between Leon Abramovich and CSKA Moscow, when Abramovich had a stake in Chelsea and CSKA Moscow, and they were both, in the top tier of European League. Because it happened in our own league here, with Remo Stars. There was Remo Stars, and there was another team owned by Remo Stars that went into the league. But Aero gave clarity on that it can definitely happen. But I know in some other jurisdictions, some other climes, it will never be the case. But the sad one there, as regards to Sunshine Stars coach, I must have to say, very sad one there. We just pray for the repose of his soul.
Absolutely. We sure do. Send our condolences to his family, his loved ones. Today, Vanguard newspaper actually carried an editorial titled The Slump and Die Epidemic, where they were just reporting about what they've noticed to be an increase in the rate of people just suddenly dying, and so many attributes around it, stressful life and so forth. People can no longer really afford to go for regular medicals like they used to and so forth. And so in just one moment, their lives are cut short. Now, from that to the news of Ronaldo and Georgina, finally, when I saw it yesterday, I said, at last, patience is a virtue. I know, even with all the kids they have together, their lives are intertwined, but we've all been waiting for this ring go. So thank God she finally got a ring. So I think it's also just a sign of hope for all the other ladies out there who are in long-term committed relationships, are waiting for Oga to do the needful. That is possible. That delay is not denial, and Oga will do the right thing very soon. Those producers are talking in my ear saying they are coming, they are coming. We are yet to see their long-term relationships, so they don't qualify. But I'm just so happy, and I'm sure their wedding will most likely rival that of Davido's, because I hear Davido spent over $3 million on his wedding. So can't wait to see the Ronaldo wedding.
Well, I hope the people in Arise are listening to you, including the ones who say that marriage is a scam. So it's good to give these bachelors and spinsters.
No. To those who want, some who don't want, that's okay.
Anyway, very quickly. The Nigeria Power Paralifters are off to Chile, August 15 to 17. And we expect them to do very well at the World Championships taking place in Chile. Now, today, the Super Eagles B team, they're going to file out in the second game at the group level in the ongoing African Nations Championships going on in Kenya, Tanzania, and Uganda. And they need to win today. I hope Eric Shaw will make that very clear to them, because if they don't win today, they won't be able to get to the next round. The last time they put up a good showing was in 2018 when they won silver. 2014, they got bronze. Nigerians have very high expectations. 3, the Tigers Nigeria's Afro basketball team. The male team, they are going to be in Angola, Luanda, and they will be playing their very first match today. We hope, the only thing that we actually need to say to that male basketball team is to remember that the Tigress of Nigeria, they did very well. They won 7 times already now. So they themselves, they won the title only once. This is the time to prove that the male team is also an inspired team. Victor Osimhen is facing controversy. Victor Osimhen is facing a lot of controversy where he is in Turkey. One mosque called Bulut Mosque. Bulut. The argument is that Google has now named that mosque Victor Osimhen Mosque. And the people of Konya, the community where the mosque is located, they are saying Victor Osimhen is a Christian. He doesn't even know anything about the mosque. Why would Google name the mosque after him and call it Victor Osimhen Mosque? But I think that the irony here is about when you do well, you get recognized. You know, even things that don't belong to you, they name them after you. So it should be an inspirational story for people who seek to excel. May you excel so well that even what you don't deserve, the world will give to you. That's the prayer, I guess, of most parents. Thank you very much. Ebi Inyo.